Hello, hello, and welcome to the Church Education System live stream. We're so excited to have you here. My name is Levi Hepri. I work for BYU, but tonight you're in for a special treat. You're going to be hearing from lots of different people, rapid fire throughout this next hour, from all the different CES schools and institutions. And we're so excited to have you here. So I want you to pay attention. I want you to be active in the chat. Chat is how you're going to win a lot of merch and swag, whatever you might call it. There's another way to win though. So up here on the screen, if you have not registered, again, some people have already registered for these events, but if you have not registered, you can go to cesevents.byu.edu and you can have not 2, not 4, but 3 chances to win a $50 gift card and a combined merch bag from these different institutions that you can see. So again, if you haven't already, rush over there to cesevents.byu.edu. It's going to take you just a couple of seconds to get registered, and then we'll have you back here. So to kick us off, for some of you, this might be the first time that you've heard about the church education system or the different entities. So we're going to introduce you to a little video that talks about some of our similarities.
Welcome, everyone, and thank you for your interest in the church educational system. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints sponsors 4 campuses of higher learning: BYU, BYU Hawaii, BYU Idaho, and Enzyme College. It also operates over 370 institutes of religion near other university campuses and Pathway online learning. This presentation will answer the most common questions we get from students applying to a CES school. Each CES campus offers different advantages to students. However, they all share some core characteristics. They each have a temple easily accessible to students. A true example of higher learning. Students at each campus are enriched by weekly devotionals where church leaders and faculty inspire and instruct. Central to students' experience are religion classes, but it's not uncommon for classes in science, math, and other topics to begin with prayer. All campuses have young single adult wards where students can attend church and hold callings. These wards provide a lot of opportunity for spiritual growth, service, and social activities. Faculty and students at all CES campuses live by an honor code. This includes high moral standards in academic conduct, residential living, and dress and grooming. And all 4 campuses grant a deferment for students who are admitted but want to serve a mission. Each CES campus is a dynamic place to learn and grow, not only academically, but spiritually. We hope this presentation will help you in deciding which schools you should apply to.
Amazing. Thank you so much. That, again, gives you a pretty brief overview, but moving on again, our rapid fire night, I want to introduce a special guest who has an amazing message for you. This is Elder Clark Gilbert. He's our commissioner of the church education system. Take it away, Elder Gilbert.
Good evening, my young friends. I'm so excited to be with you and your parents tonight. I'm Elder Clark Gilbert, and I currently serve as the commissioner of the church educational system, which means I have responsibility for the church's many educational offerings. Some you can see right here behind me. As you may know, these options include BYU, BYU Idaho, BYU Hawaii, Ensign College, BYU Pathway Worldwide, and the Seminary and Institute program of the church. Do you know why the church invests so much into your educational opportunities? It's because of you. The church is invested in you, helping you reach your divine potential. Part of realizing that potential means we want you to use your education to make a difference in the lives of others. Our prophet, President Russell M. Nelson, has emphasized, in the church, obtaining an education and getting knowledge are a religious responsibility. We educate our minds so that one day we can render service of worth to someone else. Let's listen to further counsel from our dear prophet regarding the importance of education, which he shared with a group of young adults at BYU Idaho.
From my heart and mind to yours, I address you on this occasion. Please be true to yourself. Honor, yes, even demand highest expectations from yourself. Pursue your education as a priority of the highest order. Gain all the education you can. With us as Latter-day Saints, education is a religious responsibility. The glory of God is intelligence. Your personal intelligence, your personal identity is everlasting and divine. Your mind is precious. It is sacred. Therefore, the education of your mind is also sacred. Indeed, education is a religious responsibility. Of course, our opportunities and abilities will vary a great deal. But in the pursuit of one's education, individual desire is more important than is the institution you choose. And personal drive is more significant than is the faculty.
I love President Nelson, and I echo what he shared with you. When you involve the Lord in your education, He will take you to places you could never imagine, providing you opportunities to serve your family, the church, and in your communities. Let me just share two examples of how I've seen that happen. The first is my own story. I arrived at BYU having never lived around the strength of the church. In my high school, I was one of only a few members of the church. I had to stand up for my beliefs and my values almost every day. And while those experiences strengthened me, arriving at BYU was transformative. For the first time in my life, I was around the strength of the church. I had friends who were great examples to me, and they inspired me to become more in the gospel and in my life. I left BYU and never lived again in the heart of the church until I was called into church service. But the foundation of faith and the confidence I built at that church campus changed my sense of who I was and what the Lord expected of me. The second story is from one of my young men in Boston. Jonathan Ubry joined the church at a young age. His seminary class in Boston had only 10 students. He came all the way across the country to attend school at BYU Idaho. He had experienced spiritual mentorship from his youth leaders in Boston, but at this church campus, the faculty knew his name, and they mentored him spiritually and inspired him to realize his potential. Later, with the support of his friends, Jonathan decided to serve a mission to Brazil. He graduated from BYU Idaho and went on to earn a master's degree in digital media marketing. Today, he is the father of 5 energetic little boys and runs one of the largest digital marketing teams right here in Silicon Slopes. BYU Idaho changed Jonathan forever. It changed who he'd become, and it's still affecting him today. Tonight, you will hear from a representative from each of the schools in the church educational system. No matter where you are in your life or where you live, there's a place for you in the church educational system. Each option is unique in what type of education you'll receive and what the purpose of that institution is in helping you. And regardless of your choice, every church educational entity helps you become a better disciple of Jesus Christ, a better person, and the ability to serve those around you more effectively. Start tonight to take time to learn about the many educational opportunities that lie ahead for you. Pray about where you should attend and what you should study. The Lord will guide you. We are praying for you and for your future success. You belong here, and we hope to see you soon on one of our church campuses or at one of our wonderful institute gatherings across the church.
Thank you so much, Elder Gilbert. I hope you all take to heart what he had said. really, the church believes in you, the Lord believes in you, we believe in you. And that's the entire reason we have this event going on, is to show you all of those different options. So keep that in the back of your mind as we're going through and talking through. And as promised, that's right, winners. That's the official winner confetti. That can only be done once, so you better be grateful. I have in the studio with me one of my coworkers, Montana. So we've combed through some of the registrations. Montana, who are two of our lucky winners who have registered?
Our two lucky winners for tonight are Declan Boyack
and
Naya Tubbs.
Naya Tubbs. Declan Boyack, Naya Tubbs. I'm going to put something up right here, churcheducationnight@gmail.com. Declan, remind me again his last name? Boyack and Naya Tubbs. Amazing names. Sound like future CES goers, don't you think?
Amen.
I love it. Send your information to us and we will send you your $50 gift cards as well as your merch bags. Thank you so much. Again, there's still a chance at the end of the event. We're going to do one more of those. Remember, I promised you not 2, not 4, but 3 chances to win $50 gift card and merch bag. We do still have a lot more to go around as well, so participating in that chat, asking questions, especially for the different institutions. So first up, we're going to introduce my alma mater, BYU. I have a great love for this institution, and I'm going to turn it over to my buddy Memo. Memo, take it away.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Levi. I appreciate it, and I'm grateful to be here tonight with all of you on the Eastern Time Zone. Welcome to our CES event, and it's an honor and privilege to be able to talk about BYU. I'm Memo Caldera, and I am an outreach representative here for BYU. The number one thing I want you to get away from our presentation is that you belong at BYU. We're going to give you some information about BYU. We're going to tell you a little bit more about the life at BYU. But number one, the biggest thing is you belong at BYU. If you're interested in coming to BYU, you belong at BYU. But we want to get you all excited. We want to get you all pumped up about BYU. So we're going to show you about what life is like at BYU.
Studying at BYU provides a truly unique experience, combining both faith and learning in one of the world's largest award-winning private universities. We have over 180 majors, including several of the most highly rated programs in the nation. With the full 6 floors of resources, the Harold B. Lee Library is considered one of the nation's top university libraries. No matter what you love to study, BYU has everything you need to thrive. BYU offers a feast of opportunities and experiences, and because we're located in the beautiful heart of Provo, Utah, there's so much more you can enjoy here. The Wilkinson Student Center is home to many of our student services, as well as the BYU store, recreation areas, and an amazing selection of restaurants. Located conveniently close to on-campus housing, the Cannon Commons is one of several great options across campus for your meal plan. And we can't forget about our fan-favorite creamery, where you can fuel up before the big game! Provo is home to so many amazing food and art venues, and it's also known as the youngest city in the U.S. BYU is perfectly situated right at the foot of the Wasatch Mountains, providing quick access to several scenic canyons, with tons of great hiking, climbing, exploring, and much more. And if you want to try something new, you can rent just about any gear here at BYU Outdoors Unlimited. Weekly devotionals and forums provide an opportunity for the student body to gather and learn together. We hear messages from leaders of the church as well as world-renowned scholars from around the globe. BYU is also located in the most temple-rich area of the world, so peace and inspiration are never far away. Are you ready for your next adventure? BYU has you covered. We can't wait to see where your BYU journey takes you.
I hope you enjoyed that look into life at BYU. It truly is a great campus, and we look forward to having you here on campus. There's just a couple things that we wanted to point out that makes BYU unique, not only in the country, but also in the church education system. Number one, this is a place for a spiritual environment. Spencer W. Kimball asked this institution to be unique, and we are following that with these three things, and one of them is a spiritual environment. We have professors who are grounded in the gospel and relate that to their professions, and they're some of the best professors and best researchers in the world. We also have devotionals that you'll be able to come and learn from church leaders, and not only that, but also learn from educational leaders from across the world. And also, you can live on campus and live go to YSA wards. You are all on the East Coast, and that may be unfamiliar to you. We have wards where you can just go with people who are your age, and you may be Elders Quorum president within your first week of coming to campus. Possibly. We hope not, but that's one of those things that could happen. But you have those opportunities for callings, and so you can teach the gospel, learn the gospel from people your age. We offer research and learning for students on campus. You as a freshman, and as you go on into your education as an undergraduate student, you could be joining in some of that research with some of your professors. It is a great opportunity for students. It is a rare opportunity, and BYU offers that for you. It also prepares you for what you would have in the workforce. It prepares you to become a better employee and prepares you for possible work into your continuing education as a graduate student. And finally, we create a great, unique experience for students on campus. We, as you see here with this girl who's doing paleontology work with dinosaur bones. But not only that, that's just part of the learning. We have over 300 clubs on campus, 18 intramural sports, and that doesn't even take into account our athletics. That's a great boon for us across the country. So it's just a great experience for all students to come onto campus. But I'm going to give you guys a little secret how you can get into BYU. This is what we're looking for a BYU student. We're looking for students who are spiritually strengthening, intellectually enlarging, and character built, who can lead on to a life of lifelong learning and service. Those are the 4 pillars that we look for in our aims of BYU. If you want more information about our aims, this will help you on your application to learn what these are and how important those aims are on our campus. If you just go to aims.byu.edu, and that's where you can learn more about that as you finish your application to BYU. And finally, if you need more information about admissions, go to our website at admissions.byu.edu. We also have reps over certain states. So if you want to get in contact with your representative of your state, just go to reps.byu.edu. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. And we look to see you on campus soon. Back to Levi.
Thank you so much, Memo. Memo's an awesome guy, and he definitely doesn't owe me any money. Listen to everything that he says. Okay, you love it when I come back on, right? Because it's time to win. We've been watching again. Now we're looking for chats, looking for questions and engagement. Montana, who do we got as some winner of some swag? Merch.
We are going with Aubrey from Southern California. She has been commenting on the chat, and we're loving those comments.
Aubrey from Southern California, thank you so much. Sounds like your comments have been awesome. I know I've been watching and seeing the different things you've been participating in. So again, Aubrey from Southern California, right here, Church Education Night at gmail.com is going to be the thing that you're going to send us your information so we can send you out some sweet merch. Now again, as we're going through here, we want to talk about and start to see these entities, and the similarities that we have and the differences. So here's another example. From the different institutions and programs, we offer different degrees and certificates. If you're unfamiliar with it, that's totally fine. Bachelor's degree is like your typical 4-year degree. An associate's degree usually takes 2 years to complete. A minor complements the major of your bachelor's program that you've chosen. And then if you're wanting to just work, get certified on something, and then head out into the workforce, you can do that. So again, echoing what Elder Gilbert said, there is a place for you here in the church education system, and you can take a look at all of those different options that are available to you. I am a little bit biased as well towards this program. We're going to head all the way out to the beautiful islands of Hawaii to talk. We're going to have Chad and Lei from BYU Hawaii talk to us after this video.
Diversity and unity work together here at BYU Hawaii in remarkable ways. This university is and will continue to be a place where people from across the world gather to be one in Christ and educate and uplift each other.
Aloha! Hi, we're BYU Hawaii. My name is Chad Yuen, and I'm an admissions officer.
Aloha, and I'm Lei Cummings. I'm a relationship manager at BYU Hawaii. We want to tell you a little bit about our campus. BYU Hawaii is the preeminent international center of learning in the Pacific, with a diverse population of 3,000 students represented by 60 countries. This small campus is a unique laboratory of intercultural leadership and development. This is the beautiful town of Laie, where I grew up. It has the Laie Hawaii Temple that was built back in 1919, one of the first temples built outside of the continental United States. Next to the temple is BYU Hawaii, which was established in 1955. And off to the right, we have the Polynesian Cultural Center, which was built in 1963 to provide jobs for our students. These three institutes is called the Triad of Learning. President Hinckley referred to it this way, as a very special community with no other community like it. The mission of BYU Hawaii is to prepare students of Oceania and the Asian Rim to be lifelong disciples of Jesus Christ and leaders in their families, communities, chosen fields, and in building the kingdom of God. I'm going to now turn the time over to Chad to talk about some of the criteria for BYU Hawaii.
Thanks, Lei. So here are some of our admissions qualifications. Yes, the ACT or SAT are required for BYU Hawaii. We're still requiring that for applicants. We want those that have a competitive GPA. Of course, we want those that also graduate from seminary and attend. And if you didn't attend seminary, hopefully attended institute as a young single adult. Also, of course, we want those that complete an endorsement by the church leaders, the bishop and a member of the stake presidency. Here's a little tidbit. Essays are required. We have the vision essay. So this is an essay about the vision of our school and mission of our school. Also our holokai, which is our academic curriculum, which I'll explain a little bit later. Also a culture essay, tell us about your culture and why you want to apply to BYU Hawaii. Those are very important. These essays tell us about you. We can learn about who you are more than what we see at scores and grades. So we would like to talk a little bit more about the Holokai, and that is our academic curriculum. Holokai is a Hawaiian word. It means ocean voyage. So this is your academic voyage. So those that are attending BYU Hawaii are required to have a major and 2 minors or 2 certificates. And these majors and minors are in different categories like professional studies, arts and humanities, and math and sciences. We find those that complete their Holokai will have more breadth and depth of knowledge and will have much more career opportunities and will have remarkable knowledge and skills that will help them further along in their careers. Next, we'll talk about our financial aid and scholarships. Of course, we receive the FAFSA. Also, there's special departmental scholarships, like there's a music major, there's a Hawaiian Studies culture scholarship that's offered. We have special donor scholarships. You can find out more from the financial aid department. We have student employment. About 90% of our students work at the Polynesian Culture Center or at BYU Hawaii. One of the fun jobs at the Polynesian Culture Center are tour guides. They're always looking for tour guides. Also, one of the jobs that Lei did was an evening performer. Those are, the highlights of PCC.
You danced too,
Yeah, I
right?
danced too. Yeah,
Okay.
a long time ago. So, but you can contact us on Facebook. I know it's old. Yes, we do have an Instagram. It's BYUH_admissions. You can contact us email, or you could just be old school and call us on the phone.
Yeah.
Come on now, it's 808-675-3738. We're thankful for your time and effort, and thank you for joining us today. Good evening and aloha. Here you go, Levi.
Okay.
Thanks, bud.
Thank you. Thank you. Mahalo, my friends. I love that school. I love their program. My favorite thing about BYU Hawaii is literally everything. So all the things are good there. You know what time it is. It's time to win. Winner, winner, chicken dinner time. Okay, Montana, who do we got?
We have Sarah Baxter.
Sarah Baxter.
She is hoping to major in neuroscience, psychology, or physics and astronomy.
Sarah Baxter seems like a genius. Those are all the majors that probably would not allow me in there. So I wish you that's awesome. You're going to do awesome at those things. So Sarah Baxter, you know the deal, churcheducationnight@gmail.com. Send us in your information. We'll send you out some awesome merch. A couple of the schools have talked about it, right? Not every school has the same enrollment size, or in other words, the people that you'll see on campus. So as you're looking at this graph, one of the things to note is that BYU has about 25.5 people. Just kidding. One of the first things you learn at college is how to properly read a graph. So you can start to get a gauge of these different things, right? The different sizes of the universities. And again, driving home Elder Gilbert's point, right? There is a place for you if it's at a big campus, if it's at a small campus. Highlighting some of the other institutions that we have, BYU Pathway Online, because they are that service provider, and my friend Kemp will come and talk about that a little bit more. They've got large enrollment, and then putting us all to shame. I'll bring Ryan out to talk a little bit about seminaries and institutes. Over 300,000 people, right? That's not just 3 people and a little bit. It's over 300,000 people. So again, start to let some of those facts and things simmer in your mind. Again, be active in chat. We're watching you for some opportunities to win. But I want to turn it over now to my friend Riley Hall, who's our Director of Admissions for BYU Idaho. Riley.
Thanks, Levi. You know, if we were all together, I'd follow up BYU Hawaii's aloha with a nice big Idaho yeehaw. Maybe that'll work. Who knows? What I would also do if we were together, I'd have you raise your hands and tell me if you've been to BYU Idaho's campus before. Some of you would raise your hands and maybe some of you wouldn't. But one of the things I always find interesting is when people come to visit BYU Idaho for the first time, I frequently hear people say a phrase that starts, "Oh, I never knew." Turns out there's a lot of things about BYU Idaho that people don't know. Well, would you like to know what some of those things are? Let me tell you what we often hear people talk about. One of the first things we would reference would be our size. BYU Idaho has 20,000 students plus every semester, and over the course of the year, over 34,000 people. It's not a small campus, even though it's in a rural location. One of the other great things that comes along with that is the breadth of opportunity that gives for you in your academic options. BYU Idaho has 120 different degree programs, 97 bachelor's degrees, 23 associate's degrees. If you're looking for a short-term start to your education or something a little bit longer, BYU Idaho can help you in either category. That size I referenced a minute ago, you're not going to see it in the classroom. Again, people often say, wow, I never knew that your classes are that small, despite the number of people that you serve. And that turns into some great gains for you when it comes to the learning experience. We'll talk more about that in a second. People often also are surprised by how flexible our enrollment is. Maybe you've heard of BYU Idaho's 3-track system. With 2 semesters on and 1 semester off, you actually can stick around for an extra semester too if you want to. That allows us to serve more people without having to get even bigger physically or hiking the costs up. A lot of great benefits to you because of that. You know, we surveyed our upperclassmen at the end of fall semester as they're finishing some course evaluations and asked them, would you recommend BYU Idaho to your peers? And what would you say about it? Overwhelmingly, their answer was yes. And one of the biggest reasons they gave had to do with our teachers. Again, I never knew how much the teachers care about the students at BYU Idaho. That small class size of about 30 to 31 means your teacher's going to know your name. They're going to call on you by name. They're going to have a discussion with you, not just lecture at you. And they're going to give you opportunities through close mentoring to help teach and reteach some of the principles that you're picking up in that classroom. As you do, you're going to internalize the class material all the better. And it doesn't end there. They're also going to give you a lot of hands-on experiences like these students who got to start a business as part of their business curriculum. No matter what your major is, you're going to have hands-on application-based experiences at BYU Idaho. Internships, student teaching. We want you to get your hands dirty and graduate with some experience because that translates into better job placement and greater satisfaction when you graduate. There's a lot of things to learn, but it's not all work and no fun. There's a lot of great things that happen when you get together with people who share your values. Whether your interests center in the athletic department or with our recreational sports and competitive sports programs, if you're interested in physical fitness like these guys that started a 5K with a chalk fight, maybe you want to be a part of a cause, lifting humanity in some small way. Service projects allow you to do that. We have lots of them. If you like the social scene with dances and talent shows and the performing arts, we've got lots of that too. By the way, another place where people often talk about, I never knew, is how close we are to so many famous outdoor venues. Yellowstone National Park, Jackson Hole, Wyoming, the Snake River and Salmon River with world-famous whitewater and kayaking, and the list goes on and on. There are a lot of fun things to do right at BYU Idaho's doorstep and on our campus. Something special happens when you gather with people who share your values and you put students in charge. They learn a lot of great leadership lessons and they have a lot of fun meeting new friends, and that can be you. Ultimately, it's about helping you develop as a disciple of Jesus Christ. We believe in the potential of every student. And if you can meet a minimum standard, which is a minimum 2.0 GPA, you're going to seminary, you get a recommendation from your bishop, we can probably find a place for you at BYU Idaho. We want to share what makes BYU Idaho great with you, whether that's through the low cost of experience, through the fantastic academic experience that you're going to have, through getting to know other students socially. We want to help develop the entire person. That's what we're all about. We encourage you to come and see it, whether that's one-on-one or in a group. If you want the Cadillac experience, check out BYU Idaho's Campus Day. Happening this coming month in October, Friday the 14th of October is when that event will be. The QR code that you see on the screen and the link will take you to a place where you can find out more about Campus Day. This is a day when hundreds of prospective students and their families come to BYU Idaho to learn directly from our academic departments, to sit down on seminars with admissions and financial aid and housing offices, to talk with our students, take tours of campus, sit in our chairs, eat our food, talk with our people, and enjoy the spirit that's there. Come check it out. I bet if you do, you'll be among the group of people saying, I never knew, but now I do. We hope to see you there soon. Levi, back to you.
Thank you so much, Riley. That was awesome. I love to see the chat and the love that BYU Idaho is going there, and I totally get it. I think after that presentation, I will be going to BYU Idaho myself, if they will have me. You think they'll have me? Yeah. Such confidence in this room. Okay, it's winter time. Winter. How many winners should we do?
Let's do 2.
2 winners. I like it.
All right, our first winner, David Nilsson.
First winner, David Nilsson. Nilsson.
Nilsson. Nielsen.
Nielsen.
Sorry. Second winner is Joe Sway.
Joe Sway. I love it. Joe Sway, David Nielsen. boom, right here, churcheducationnight@gmail.com. We will send you out your pieces of merch. Again, send that right there, churcheducationnight@gmail.com. Okay, moving along, right? I think it's no secret that a lot of things in life cost money, right? School can be that way as well. But one of the things that we hate to see is when people let cost be the sole thing that prevents them from getting an education. So up here, I'm showing the Latter-day Saint tuition cost for a semester. And for those of you that are thinking like, oh man, that might be a little bit high, I want to put this into perspective. Again, going back to what Elder Gilbert had said, the church believes in you so much that they not only have these programs, but typically the average of a public tuition semester would cost over $5,000. We're actually all private institutions, so we would be up close to $20,000. That's how much the church believes in you, is subsidizing those costs to make education affordable for you. So don't let cost be the thing that prevents you, right? You're seeing all these different reps, seeing different people that you can reach out to. We want to help you to make these dreams come and be a reality. We're going to turn it over now to BYU Pathway Worldwide. Kemp, take it away.
Thank you. Thanks, Levi. I am Kemp Nickel. I am from BYU Pathway, and we are the newest of all the CES institutions. We actually are a service provider for BYU Idaho and Enzyme College. And what that means is students who come to BYU Pathway, it's completely online, but they have the opportunity to take courses through BYU Idaho or Ensign College as they are a BYU Pathway student. So the program is spiritually based. We're completely online at a significantly reduced cost. And BYU Pathway is something that has been a long time coming. I'm going to show a clip here of, well, audio of President Eyring and President Bednar when they were the presidents of Ricks College, talking about this need of being able to provide education to people all around the world, which is now what BYU Pathway is.
We must also find ways for this college to serve young people whose needs are shaped by a great variety of cultures and situations and who may not be able to come to this campus. We will find direct ways to move the blessing of education from this campus out into the lives of men and women everywhere.
It will be necessary for us to serve ever better the thousands of students we have on campus, while simultaneously reaching out to bless the lives of tens of thousands of young Latter-day Saints throughout the world. We must learn how to assist and bless Institute students and other LDS youth in Rhode Island and Rome while effectively serving our students on campus in Rexburg.
And when BYU Pathway started, this is what President Nelson said. He said, BYU Pathway brings an innovative approach to education, one that is unique to the church educational system and to the world. Speaking of the world, we've had over 57,000 students served in over 188 countries last year. And to explain that again, these are students who are a part of BYU Pathway, and they've taken classes through BYU Idaho or Enzyme College, and many, many students are being served. Programs that are available are in business, technology, health, communication, family, and professional studies. And the way the degrees work is they are a combination of certificates that build into an associate's degree and then into a bachelor's degree. And each certificate is made up of 5 or 6 courses. So as those courses are completed, students will earn a certificate in their choice, and then they're able to reap the benefits of that. And what we've learned is that students who are able to complete these certificates early in the program, there's great income potential that helps them as they get the certificates early and then finish their program later. So again, as we serve students, we are BYU Pathway and a service provider for BYU Idaho and Ensign College. And there are 2 ways that students can start the program. One is the preferred path, otherwise known as Pathway Connect. And this is a program for students who have 0 to 60 credits. And it is a great program that helps them to learn how to learn, but learn with the Spirit. And then they're able to be more successful throughout the program. Or there's the option that they can go into the advanced path, which is just straight into the degree program. But some of the differences there, students who go through the preferred path, their tuition per credit is $79 per credit. And if they go straight into the advanced path, it's $135 per credit. But one of the benefits of finishing Pathway Connect first is they're able to take that tuition and keep it throughout the rest of their degree program. There's a lot of scholarships that are available, especially the Heber J. Grant Scholarship, which is available to all students. And then we have a Return Missionary Scholarship, and so there's great opportunities there. We do accept transfer credits, and these credits do transfer, especially as they move into their degree program. And so this is just a great opportunity where there's a lot of people who want to come in and attend a CES school at the campus, but when that's just simply not possible, as it is for many people, there's always an opportunity to pursue their degree through BYU Pathway. And finally, this is something that Elder Holland recently said about BYU Pathway. He said, "I consider the creation of BYU Pathway to be the most important and most far-reaching development in the church educational system since the creation of seminaries and institutes of religion over a century ago." I know this is something that is huge to Elder Holland, and it's a great opportunity. So we invite you to take a look at our website, byupathway.org. Levi.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Again, are you seeing it? Are you hearing it? Right? All the different options and things that are available to you within the church education system. Amazing, amazing opportunities. Okay, it's winning time, isn't it?
Yes.
There are no losers in tonight's event, only winners.
Correct.
All right, who do we got?
Okay, we have had some great questions from Jessica Warner.
Jessica Warner.
And Megan Parr.
Megan Parr. I love it. Okay, you know the deal. churcheducationnight@gmail.com. Send us your information and we will send you out some awesome merch. Again, as we're talking through, I noticed Kemp was talking a little bit about cost and different things. You've heard my pitch about how we don't want you to make cost be the thing that prevents you. Just to put that in more perspective, right? This is the percentage of students at the different institutions who are receiving financial assistance in their first year, right? You're not in the minority of that. We don't want those things. There's help and there's assistance available to you to help you make that possible. Let me tell you a little bit about a tool that we have that we've partnered with, scholarshipuniverse.com. So if you just append that right there, byu.scholarshipuniverse.com, BYU Hawaii, BYUI.scholarshipuniverse.com. This is a third-party tool that has searched throughout the nation for vetted, legitimate scholarships, and they can help you apply for those, so that you know, again, they're vetted, they're legit, and who doesn't like some money after filling out a couple of forms, writing an essay or two, right? Awesome, awesome opportunities. So we're going to go now a little bit north of where I'm standing now, up to Salt Lake to learn about Enzyme College from Daniel. Take it away, Daniel.
Hey, thank you so much, Levi. I'm so excited to be able to spend some time with you guys tonight to talk about Enzyme College and the things that we offer here. But first, before I tell you about what we offer, I would like to show you. We at Enzyme College, we like to show before we tell. So I'm just going to show you a quick video real quick that was put together by our students. And it'll show you just what you can do here at Enzyme College.
This is Enzyme College, home to over 2,000 students and 68 nationalities who come to experience the diverse energy of this place, with over 20 different programs including computer science, accounting, interior design, medical assisting, and many more. Located in the heart of Salt Lake City, you'll never be bored. Each one of you has an important part to play, so if you want to know what makes us tick, then come to Enzyme College.
I love that video. And one of the things I love about it is because the students had such a short time to put that together. It was less than 24 hours where they wrote this script, they filmed it, they edited it, and they posted it. And they did such a great job. It really goes to show the things that you can do when you're in a place that believes in what you can achieve. And that's what we believe here at Ensign College. At Ensign College, our mission is to develop capable and trusted disciples of Jesus Christ. who will be equipped with power to succeed with market-ready skills, character, confidence, and competence upon graduation. In other words, our goal is to produce graduates who are spiritually well-grounded and professionally prepared to provide a livelihood. Founded in 1886, Enzyme College is one of Utah's and the church's longest-running institutions of higher education. With 6 name changes and 8 moves, Enzyme College has continued to evolve and adapt to help its students be prepared to succeed in an ever-changing world. A little bit about us here at Enzyme College is that each year we have a little over 2,000 students that come to Enzyme College. We provide a very intimate atmosphere for our students, typically with a class size ranging around one teacher to 10 students. So it's very intimate. You get that one-on-one experience with your teachers. Since we've opened our doors, nearly 100,000 students have attended Enzyme College. And in 2002, this year alone, 28% of our students were first-generation college students. So for those who are new or nervous about the college experience, you're not alone at Ensign College. Many are with you and in similar situations, and they'll be there to help you work together, and we'll be there to help all of you succeed as well. On top of that, over 40% of our students come from around the world, from more than 60 different countries, all here to Salt Lake on our campus. So you'll have the chance to sit in a class with students from Brazil, South Korea, Ghana, and the Ukraine, all potentially within one classroom as you're learning about business or health professions, etc., etc. In fact, here's a wide array of our programs that we offer here. Ensign College offers a lot of different programs in things like business, health professions, information technology, software development, interior design, which is actually our most popular program, paralegal studies, social media marketing, and much, much more. One of our specific degree options is an Associates of Science degree, and that's a great jump start for those who are just seeking to complete their general education requirements and at the same time learn a specific employable skill. These degrees are 100% transferable to other institutions. Our Associates of Applied Science degrees are non-transferable but designed to prepare you for an entry-level position in that field with no further education required to succeed. So if you just want to jumpstart into one of these professions seen here, this would be a great option for you. Ensign College is also proud that we now offer bachelor's programs. We offer 3 specific bachelor degree programs with several emphases, as shown here. Our Bachelor's of Applied Science degrees emphasize specialized skills over general education, so you'll graduate ready to advance quickly in your career or as you pursue additional education. This leads us to have an exceptionally high job placement rate for our students, which is about an average of 81%. But many of those programs, as you can see, are also leading to nearly a 100% job placement rate. So our students are highly likely to start a career in their expected field of study upon graduation from Ensign College. We want to equip you with the skills to just get out there and succeed, and many organizations have seen that and have actually come to Ensign College seeking for our graduates to fill their roles in these organizations. A little bit about Ensign College's campus itself. Located in downtown Salt Lake City, Ensign College is at the heart of Utah's culture, commerce, and opportunity. Our campus is within less than a mile from the Utah State Capitol, Temple Square, Vivint Smart Home Arena, and the City Creek Shopping Center. Not to mention, if you're interested in going to any of those places, you have free parking within less than a mile. So take that into consideration as well. So how hard is it to apply to Ensign College? I promise you, it's actually pretty simple. Filling out an application can take as little as 20 minutes, and here's all the things that we'll need from you. Students are required to have graduated high school, proof of its equivalent, or have at least 24 credits of college work. To apply, they'll need to submit any other college, university, or concurrent enrollment transcripts. get an ecclesiastical endorsement, and write an essay which should only be around 200 words, roughly 2 paragraphs, and then a one-time application fee of $35. Now, at Enzyme College, we do not require ACT or SAT, and we do not have a strict GPA requirement either. We want to be able to help as many people have the opportunity to succeed, to jump out there and be ready, to fulfill what they want to do. That leads us to having a very high 91% acceptance rate at Enzyme College. So my next step for you, if you're interested in learning more, is to connect with an admissions counselor. That guy on the right seems all right. I don't know if you've heard him before or seen him before. But Giselle there, she's also really cool. She may or may not be in the chat right now, and you can connect with her there. Or you can get our information here. We would also love it if you came and visited our campus in Salt Lake. We can take you on a tour and show you more of what we have to offer. Thanks for taking the time, and I'll turn it back over to you, Levi.
Thank you so much, Daniel. That was awesome. Awesome to hear from Ensign College, and again, all the different resources and things that they have available. Awesome, awesome programs up there. Okay, it's winning time.
Swag time.
Swag time. Who do we got?
Well, we have a family watching together, being very active in
The family that watches together, CESs together. You heard it here first.
The Steed family.
The Steed family. Steed family, we're so happy that you're watching with us. You know the drill. churcheducationnight@gmail.com. I'm going to try my magic powers again. There it is. Nailed it. Steed family. Do we have another winner?
Yeah, let's do one more. How about our video watch account visitor?
Video watch. Oh, what a coincidence. My uncle, that was his first name too.
Oh,
Yeah. Video watch account, whoever you are. churcheducationnight@gmail.com. We'll send you out some awesome merch. Okay, coming up here, deadlines. It sounds terrifying. Sometimes deadlines are terrifying, but they don't have to be terrifying as long as you actually listen to Levi when he says, take a picture of this slide or screenshot it. Tell a friend, burn it into your memory, write it in a notebook, tweet it, Instagram, make a TikTok dance out of it. Whatever you need to do to remember these things, right? There are different times that the applications open. Some of us have priority deadlines, and some of us have differences with final deadlines. Make sure you're paying attention to those different pieces. Okay, every great team needs somebody to run the anchor leg. And for that person is no one greater than Ryan, representing seminaries and institutes.
Hey,
Take it
thank
away,
you.
Ryan.
How are you guys? My name's Ryan. I'm an institute teacher. I want to talk to those of you who may not end up going to a church educational system school. Sometimes these schools are right for you and it's a good match and you're able to get into where you want to be. Sometimes it's not and you end up going somewhere else. And all of the schools that we have around here can provide a wonderful education. Whether you go to Florida State, NYU, Harvard, Yale, or whatever, we have available for you an Institute of Religion. These institutes of religion are designed to bring the warmth and gospel community that you would find at church educational system schools to any school that you may attend anywhere across the nation. Institute will provide gospel study experiences where you can connect with young adults from around the world and those that are around you. You'll have a relevant gospel learning experience and you can feel like you belong there and to the global community of Institute students. It was said earlier, we have about 330,000 Institute students every year worldwide. At Institute, you'll meet people that share your same standards. They might be in your ward, they might not be, and it's an opportunity to increase your social group and the people that are there. At Institute, you can find people who have had similar experiences. Some institutes offer clubs. For example, if you served a Spanish-speaking mission, at the Institute you can find a group that meets together and practices their Spanish and shares the experiences that they had. In addition, the Institute is a great place to find somewhere you can study quietly or ponder or reconnect with God during your academic experience. The beautiful thing about Institute is everywhere. anywhere you go, outside of the church educational system schools, you'll be able to find an institute of religion that you can join and be a part of and participate in. So if it ends up that you don't go to one of the church schools, we'd invite you to Institute. You can start your journey at myinstitute.churchofjesuschrist.org. And that's it.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Ryan.
there you go.
Thank you so much. If I'm understanding that map correct, it means that Institute wins the national championship in every sport every year.
Every year. Absolutely right.
That undefeated record since whenever sports were invented. Congrats. All right, okay, we got a couple, we stick around for just a few more minutes. We got a couple more winners, right? And one more gift card winner. So who do we have for some merch that we're gonna send out, Montana?
Connor from Southern Colorado.
Connor from Southern Colorado.
And
I love it.
Two more?
Should we do two more?
Let's do two more.
Let's do two more. We're feeling good.
Yeah, how about Eli and Laura from Kentucky?
Eli and Laura from Kentucky. I love it. Okay, you guys know the deal. Connor, Eli, Laura, churcheducationnight@gmail.com. Send us your information and we'll send you out some awesome merch. And then it's time for a gift card winner, right?
Gift card.
$50 gift card for registering for the event and a bag of merch. I'm feeling like this one's gonna be good. What do we got?
Final gift card winner is Emma Gunderson.
Emma Gunderson. Emma, you are $50 richer and also a merch bag. I don't know the exact value of the merch bag, but it's probably awesome too. Emma, boom, churcheducationnight@gmail.com. Send us your information and we'll send you the things that you've won. Okay, it's 2022. All of us have websites. I hope you know that. Take a screenshot of this. All of us have email addresses as well. You saw we had different social media channels. We want to connect with you. We really do, right? And if that hasn't been driven home hard enough, we believe in you as the CES institutions, as a church. The Lord believes in you. I hope you are listening and hearing for some different options that are available to you. But more importantly, I hope you're paying attention to how you're feeling and feeling like education and your future is bright because we know that it is. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Have a good rest of your evening.
you.